everybody. A quick vlog this morning. I was having a conversation with my sister the other day on the phone. Hello Karen, if you're listening. And we were talking about our up and coming coronation on Saturday. Talking about when we were kids at school, and we always used to be given a piece of commemorative pottery, mug, plate, whatever, to commemorate royal events. I'm wondering if it was still the case today. We don't have any school-aged children in the family, and maybe somebody out there knows the answer if the children are getting something to commemorate King Charles III's coronation on Saturday. But that aside, I mentioned that we have quite a few pieces of royal ceramics that some people may be interested to see from now going right back over 100 years ago. So I thought I'd do a quick blog to show you what we have. Usually it's just kept in a cabinet, but my sister said, and she's right, it would be nice to get it out at this time of year, at this time of celebration, should I say. So the first piece is probably something that most of you've seen, a lot of you've seen, maybe even possess. It's an Emma Bridgewater mug to commemorate. It's a little bit close, that, isn't it? Is that better? To commemorate King Charles. This is a mug I'm actually using this on a daily basis at the moment. I like it so much, and I think it's nice to have pieces you use, but most of these are ones I keep in a cabinet and I wouldn't use. They're sort of heirlooms, shall we say. But this one I am using. So it's got that on one side, well, it's the same on both sides, and it says King Charles, and it's got a little crown, and it also has a little fleur-de-lis on the inside, and I like it very much. So that's the first one. And then I also bought a commemorative one. It's not any particular well-known brand or anything, I just liked the design on it, which is a cabinet piece really. Again, it's just a mug, a plain mug with a nice photo of the king. It says King Charles III on one side, and on the other it says, to commemorate the coronation of King Charles III, God Save the King, 6th of May 2023. So that will be living in my cabinet. And then the one before, I'm doing them in reverse order, like all good talent shows, in third place. We have this one I bought after our late Queen passed away to commemorate her reign, which is a lovely photograph of her. Queen Elizabeth II, 1926 to 2022. And it's a bone china mug. It's the same on the reverse. And I'm not sure if it's a particular make. No, it's not a particular make. It's just a nice bone china mug. So I got that September last year, after she passed away. The one before that was again only last year, hard to believe, so many royal occasions in the last 12 months, was to commemorate the Platinum Jubilee, 70 years of our Queen being on the throne. And this is a Sophie Allport mug, which I just like. Again, I like the design, I liked the picture. It just can't really read the writing, it just says 1952 to 2022 Platinum Jubilee. And it's the same on the other side, and it has little crowns all the way around the top. And again, it's bone china. I like that one, that's pretty. So that was also last year. And then a few years ago, 2012, the Queen had a diamond jubilee, and that was the mug I got to commemorate that, which again, lovely picture, Queen Elizabeth II, diamond jubilee, and a lovely crown on the inside, and ER and the dates, and on the back just the royal crest, her crest. Obviously it's changed now. And is this a Sophie Allport one as well? No, that's not a Sophie Allport one. I'm not sure. Oh, it's Ringtons. Ringtons, the Teeth People. There we are. So now I think we're going on to, oh no, I did buy this one. I said this, the ones afterwards that we either inherited or were given at school. I bought this one. This is actually a limited edition. There's only 5,000 of these made, and that is obviously to commemorate the Golden Jubilee, 1952 to 2002, the 50th anniversary of Her Majesty the Queen's accession to the throne. It says on there, and it's exactly the same on the other side. And again, I don't think it's the Berkshire China Company Limited, fine bone china made in England, and it just has, if you can see underneath, it has a 3,737 of 5,000, so it's a limited edition. And that's the end of the ones I bought myself, but we then also have ones that, well, this one I was presented this at school as a 10-year-old to commemorate Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee, 1952 to 1977. And all the school children round here, I would imagine countrywide, were presented with a mug to commemorate. And on the back, it just says, presented by the Lord Mayor of Leeds. I don't remember it being presented to me. As I say, I was only 10, but apparently that's what it says on the back. So it probably didn't come to the school to present them. They were probably handed out by the headmaster, headmistress, all boxed up. So that was what I got. And then these two plates we've inherited, I think, from my husband's aunt, because she used to collect Hornsey pottery. And there's two plates, which are obviously Hornsey. And this is Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee. And that's got her royal crest, the Lion and the Unicorn, Dieu et mon droit, God on my right, on that one. And this one is also the Silver Jubilee, and that has a picture of the Queen. So I'm guessing that's where we got them from, because I know she did collect Hornsey pottery. They're nice though, aren't they? And then the next one, this doesn't say what it's commemorating. It's Royal Albert bone china. I think we got this from my husband's mum. And I'm guessing by the picture on the front, it's probably from 1952-53, commemorating either her accession to the throne or her coronation. But it doesn't say on. But it has a lovely picture on the front of a very, very young queen. And again, on the back, does it say on the back? It does. Coronation of Elizabeth II, June the 2nd, 1953. So I'm correct, it was for her coronation, and it has a beautiful crest on the back. Look a bit close, isn't it? That's better. So that was for the coronation. So we've already gone back over 70 years, so that's quite good. And then the second to last one, you'll be pleased to know if you're still with me, thank you, if you haven't fallen asleep, was actually presented to my mum at school. And this is to commemorate, I can't get far enough away, my arms aren't long enough. This is to commemorate the coronation of King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, Queen Mother, as she became, in 1937. And this was presented, it says, presented to the school children by the Mayor and Mayoress and Simeon Myers JP and Mrs Myers. And it says, on the occasion of the coronation of King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. And it has the crest, our town crest on it, as well as pictures of the King and Queen. So this was, it's got a crack in it. It did actually break when we moved. We glued it back together because it's something you want to keep, isn't it? And it was even a locally made piece of china, which you wouldn't get that now, would you? So that is 1937. So yes, that's pretty old. And then the oldest piece we have, again, was an inherited piece from my husband's aunt. It's Shelley pottery, and I don't know if it was presented to a family member. It's got the urban district council stamp on the back. But it was for the coronation, get this, George V and Queen Mary in 1911. It's got no handle on it, and it's Shelley, very, very delicate china. And there he is, there's George V. Oh, was it Queen Mary? Yes, it was Queen Mary, wasn't it? Yes. On June the 22nd, 1911. So that is 112 years old. And it's actually probably in better condition than some of the other more recent ones. Got a little hairline crack in the bottom, but there you are. So we don't know exactly where that came from. It's obviously not from his aunt as such, because she wasn't even born then. So I presume it's from an even more distant relative, grandparents, great-grandparents. There we are. So I don't know if that's of interest to anybody to look at all those old pieces of china, but I just thought it was the best time to do it, to this week before the coronation on Saturday. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you later. Bye.